chance, Madison Symphony, please sing something for our viewers so that they can hear what I've gotten to hear for about the last 15 years.
All right. If I could forget him, I would. Please believe me. And I know that I should throw the towel in, but baby, it's not that easy. Hey, he treated me so much better than him. And if I was sane, there'd be no competition. But I'm in love. I'm in love with someone else. And I know it ain't right. But I'm in love with someone else.
I think that the only person that you better be in love with at the age of 17 is your daddy. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Get a little bit crazy. Let's get a little bit crazy.
Hello. And did I say it already? I'll say it again if I didn't. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the Javon Show. I am your host, Javon. Today's episode is powered by Elevate Magazine. Make sure that you guys go and purchase Elevate Magazine's newest edition. If you can find a hard copy, that would even be awesome. I'll even sign it for you because I've got nothing better to do. So listen, today's show is incredible. And you know what I do for incredible shows. I bring in somebody to bring a little bit of I don't know, respectability to it. So that's why I brought in Melissa Bethea. Good morning.
Hello. I am so happy to be here. And you are a dumb talking so much.
I'm just saying, like, somebody's got to be saved on this show.
And the show ain't you. So thank God for me. Thank God for me and the guests. We holding up the bloodstained banner.
I am so excited to have you on the show today. What's incredible, remember how when we did our CC Winans interview and my internet was just acting a plum fool?
Yes.
It is doing that today. Oh, it's already happening. It's happening. Like right now, I can't even see you on my screen. That's how plum fool my internet is acting today. And I know you're on there because I can hear you. And it's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me.
But just so you know, I look amazing. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Always.
Joking.
And before I bring in our friend to talk all things about how today is just the best day and how we should make it glorious, I've just got one quick question. How's my baby doing?
She is quiet. Hopefully she's falling asleep. I hope.
I don't wish that for your life. I love it when she is active and engaged in our show, and she's not supposed to be. That's when I enjoy her the most. Well, I can't see you, but we're going to see if we can see our guest who is coming by way of the Elevate Magazine hotline, the virtual studio. Thank you, Dr. Anisha Thompson, by the way, editor-in-chief, Elevate Magazine.
Thank you. Yes.
Big shout out to her. And big shout out to our friend and yours, Dr. Evangelist, First Lady, Martha Queen M. Munizzi. Munizzi. I had it right before the show. I even got it. I even asked for it, and I still messed it up.
So close. So close.
It's okay. Listen, first of all, just hearing you guys talk for like 30 seconds, I think I found my tribe. I have found my people.
Yay!
I have found you. I have been looking for you my whole life. So we're gonna have fun today. And you know what? And you missed doctor. I think you said apostle, prophetess,
Evangelist,
you missed
First
that.
Lady.
All of those things I need those all spoken out loud. But I have been called a lot worse than Manuzzi, and I've been called Liza Minnelli. You name it, I've been called it. So I just answered it, whatever. I answered that too.
We're just gonna call her Martha.
There you go. That's fine. That's
That'll
fine.
do ya.
It's good to see you guys. I'm excited to be on with y'all today.
Yes, we're so happy to have you. We're so happy that you made time to come and talk to us a little bit. This is a blessing.
It
Yeah.
really is. And what's great is that I love it when singers are on the show because it helps me become a better singer by being around singers.
Is that right? Is that how it works?
The power of
The
relationship,
closeness.
and proximity. The power of proximity is what it's called.
Got it.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, because we start every show like this, and this is going to be the only serious question that I give you, who is Martha M?
Well, you know what? I'm a wife and a mom. I'm a twin. Right now I'm pastoring with my husband, but I just love encouraging people. I love worship. Some people call, I've heard recently the way that I lead worship is called bully worship. I like that. I'm like, you're right. I'm not a bully in real life, but on stage I might be with a big smile on my face, get up and give God the praise right now. And I mean, get up and, but I just love to worship God. I love to lead people into God's presence.
That is awesome. I'm going to let Melissa ask the first question because she's frozen on my screen, but I know that she's not on everybody else's. Yeah. So Melissa, what you got?
Well, first of all, again, what an honor it is to talk to you today. Clearly, you have made an impact in the gospel music industry, definitely in the arena of praise and worship. I'm a praise and worship leader also. And so I've definitely been blessed to sing some of your songs at church, and that they are a blessing to the ministry. Some of my favorites are Holy Spirit, Fill This Room. Love that song. I know. I sing that song, but I love that. I listen to it over and over and over. Love that song. And one of the ones we do a lot that really kind of just tears us up is Receive Your Love. I receive.
Yes. That's an old one too. So wow.
Yes. I mean,
no limits.
I'm kind of not that your songs are that old. I mean, you have some new stuff coming out too, but those are just like, they really minister to me. So I know you wrote Holy Spirit, Fill This Room, and you wrote I Receive Your Love, correct?
Yes.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I co-wrote I Receive Your Love, but I wrote Holy Spirit, Fill This Room years ago. I was pretty young when I wrote that song. I can't remember. It's kind of a blur, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that happened.
Did that song come out of a time of prayer? Because that's what it seems like to me. Or just a spontaneous worship? Like, where did that song come from?
It came out of my daily time, of just, I love to read my Bible and I love study apps. I love Bible apps and all that stuff, but I love to just sing out loud, like sing to the Lord. And it just comes from that place. Sometimes I'll just start singing and it just flows out. Sometimes, I wish they would all be inspired, but there are some things where I have to sit down and actually work for it. But the ones that are inspired by the Holy Spirit are the best ones. And that's definitely one of them.
Yes, that is just a gorgeous song, and it really, really touches my heart. Let me ask you another question. You've been leading worship for years. You look fabulous, by the way.
Thank you.
Wonderful. You've been leading worship for a long time, I know. What is some advice that you can give to these up and coming, worship leaders, especially those that have a desire to mix artistry with worship leading? What advice do you have?
Well, I've got a lot of advice, and I'm 53. So now I'm in my 50s. I'm like, I know what I know that I know that I know.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It really is. They say your 50s are great, and it's true because you don't waver back and forth by what you know because you've seen enough. I know that being planted in your local church and allowing yourself to grow and be shaped and to be in community is imperative. It's just never let yourself get too far away from community and a covering and somebody. And it isn't even necessarily, I believe in having a pastor and a shepherd, absolutely. But even just relationships and godly people that love you, that can help you, that's going to keep your foundation strong. And then just get in the word, get in God's word, and let everything that you write and you do be an overflow of what God's put in your heart. It should be. Nathan Slaughter said this to me years ago. He said, whenever you're going to get up to lead worship or sing in front of any audience, just let it, whatever spontaneous thing you do, what have you been singing all week? Then just do that. What has been in your heart all week? Share that, because that's authentic and real. And that changed my life. And because what it did, it made me think I need to have something I'm doing every week. Like I need to have something I'm doing daily so that it can be a spillover when I'm on stage and I'm in my artistry or whatever it is that I'm doing. So I thought that was great advice.
But what if the new Kanye has been in your heart the whole week? Should you still bring that up to the throne as well?
I think, if it's the new stuff, absolutely. If it's the, his gospel choir stuff, we've done it. Absolutely. Yes.
But what if it's the stuff that he's sampling from Breed that she didn't know was being sampled? Moving on. We don't have to talk about that.
So that's right. I'm with you. I hear what you're saying. You're innocent.
You're innocent. You talk about this advice that you just gave to me and Melissa as worship leaders.
Wait.
Did I wait? No, Melissa. Moving on. So moving on. So does Danielle take that advice when, as a mom who has a young singer who's gifted, does she take that advice from you, or does it seem because your mom, she's like, listen, I know you've been doing it for years, but you mama, so whatever? Yeah, it's both. She fights me, and then she knows I'm telling the truth. But it's the way it is. I have 2 daughters, and so they both are like, yeah, it's mom, and she always says this, and they have to figure it out on their own, and then they realize that I was right. I love those moments.
As always.
But they're right too. They have a great instinct too. So I'm having to learn some new ways. But I think just always reaching for the foundation of what we knew, it never really changes. The heart never changes. They understand that. And I make sure they stay grounded there too. So, but they teach me.
Did you have any pushback to them getting in the industry? I know that you've gone through things and you've experienced things. Did you ever say, hey, babies, maybe this isn't really what you want to do? Not really. What I wanted them to do was whatever God had called them to do. And it didn't have to be what I was doing, but I just wanted to make sure that they were fulfilling, the call of God. And one of the things that people ask me all the time is, why did it take you 10 years to come out with a record? Well, I did a record a few years ago that didn't really come out. A couple of singles dropped, but we had just started pastoring. And so I had taken time off the road to make sure that our kids were planted in a church and coming up in a youth group. I actually, before we pastored, started in the church that we planted in. I was the youth pastor because they didn't have one. I said, okay, I travel on the weekends. I'll be the youth pastor through the week. So my kids could have a place when they were 12 and 13 and 14 to go and be a part and grow and develop. So now all these years later, 7, 8, 9 years later, they're leading and growing and leading at our church and leading worship and all that. And they're starting to write and do their own thing. So my main goal was just to make sure that they were planted and that they were growing in their gifts. And I'll tell you one thing though, my daughter Nicole, and she sings on this latest record, they both have fantastic voices, but she fought me hard when she was 12 or 13. I mean, like we would get in like clashes
about her singing, and she would say, I don't have to sing just because you sing. And I said,
wow.
who told you that? Yes, you do.
I think your daughter is me and I'm your daughter.
You say it again?
I think your daughter is me and I'm your daughter, because that was me. I didn't want to sing. My mom sings too. And I was like, I don't want to sing because I didn't like the attention. I didn't want everybody clapping, and I didn't want to hear the holler and all that kind of stuff. I didn't like all that. But here I am.
Too bad. You got to get and use it. That's what I say. That's what I told her. I said, well, let me ask you a question. Can you sing? She goes, yes, but what's that have to do with anything? I said, well, why would God give you a gift and then you don't use it? He should have given it to somebody else that would have used it. And that convicted her a little bit, but I still had to keep pushing. So it was a fight, but she's grateful now as an adult that I pushed her and pulled her by her hair.
Can we pretend just for one moment that I'm Dan, you're Martha, and Melissa is Danielle or Nicole, one of your daughters? Melissa sings background for one of the greatest groups of all time, J.J. Hairston, formerly used for Praise. We don't put that title in there no more. So I think that Melissa should have like her third solo album out by now. And she's like killing it though in the background singing world. And I know she's got a single out right now, but that's not what we're talking about. What encouragement would you give Melissa to step out more and do her own thing more? Or would you be like, you know, you're killing it in the background arena, stay there?
I think it's a great question. If you are letting fear stop you or inadequacy or feeling like you're not good enough, or that and it's making you not want to do it, you're reminiscent of Donnie McClurkin told me one time, I'm name dropping all of a sudden. He said, don't be Jonah on my ship.
Wow.
And he basically fired all his background singers one time because they had been talking about doing their own record and they just had never done it. And they got comfortable as background singers and he fired them all. And I thought, you know what, that is a great, and some of them were family and they went on to make records and do great things. So I would say, don't let anything stop you. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let feeling like you don't know, you don't have what it takes. None of us have what it takes. Really, it's really the anointing of God and His grace that helps us do what we do. So use your gifts, go for it. God will open up every door and bring the right people at the right time. And fear should not be whatever it is, whatever's stopping. I know creative people, and we all have the same. You know, that same accusation playing in our heads. We're not good enough. I don't know that I can make it. We all hear that, and you got to push past it. Am I right at all? Am I even close?
It's like I'm just like you said. You're believing that God will bring the right people at the right time.
Yeah,
and that is happening. Like, and it's taken a long time. Sometimes I felt like, you know, I'm done with this thing. I'm just going to go back to work. That's how I felt. I'm going to go back to work, go back to corporate America, do my thing and enjoy my life. And I sing here and there. But God, He was like, that's not the plan. You got to stick with it. And slowly but surely, He is bringing things around. So that word of encouragement, I really do appreciate it because I do believe that God has a plan for me. Although I love the background, I love being a supporting vocalist, love it. I know that there is more. So thank you so much for sharing.
Go for it. We need you. We need you out here. We need all anointed voices out here.
Martha, you said something profound. You said none of us are good enough. And you know what? I've heard that so much with my singing all my life. Your singing is just not good enough. And I do believe that I'm going to transition from that season.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's one way that we can test the theory, and that's by doing our creative break.
Here we go.
Oh, Martha. Oh, you're going to love this. So this is the part of the show where we get you to sing something, but here's the caveat. Non-gospel. Non-CCM, non-contemporary. We want to know what is playing in your record player, in the car, in the truck, in the van. What are you listening to that's non-gospel? Now, we know we sprang this on you. So what we're going to do is we're going to sing first to give you time to truly prepare what you're going to share with us, because you're not going to tell us what you're listening to we're going to hear you sing what you're listening to. So
I don't need the time. I got you.
Well, listen, though, we have a process, and what we have to do is let me sing first, because what y'all not going to do is outshine me on my show. So I'm going to sing first, and then Melissa's going to sing her 30 seconds of what she's listening to, and then I'm going to sing and then you're going to sing what you've been listening to. So I'm going to go first to give you your 30 seconds, non-gospel song that I've been listening to. And the song that I've been listening to is Don't Save Her, She Don't Want to Be Saved. Don't save her, she don't want to be saved. Don't save her, she don't want to be saved. Don't save her, she don't want to be saved. Now, she don't want to just be saved. See, this is the word that the song is coming from. She doesn't want to just be saved. She wants to have a relationship, huh? She just don't want to be saved. She want to have proximity to be able to touch the hem, of his garment. So don't save her. Don't save her. No, she don't want to just be saved. Shut up, she wants to have relationship. That's where she is.
Javon, you have got to stop. Did you take your medicine today? I don't think you took it.
I felt that word. When you talk to Dan after this interview is over and you say, how did you get me on this show? Can you please also ask him if I can come and preach my Balaam sermon? Moving on. Melissa, you're next.
Martha, do not engage in the Balaam conversation. Just do not engage. Honestly, and I'm not trying to sound like, super saved, sour, or anything.
Oh, Lord, here she goes. Here she go, Lord. Here she go, Lord. Here she go, Lord. She don't listen to her. She ain't been listening to Sheila E. She ain't been listening to only thing she been listening to is Rance Allen. Melissa, what you been listening to?
I don't know why. Okay, well, but lately I've been, the song I sang Sunday, Reckless Love, one of my faves.
Oh, okay, fine, go for it. 30 seconds, go.
Okay, oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99. I didn't earn it, I don't deserve it, still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God.
Wow. Wow.
That was so salty. Great job as always. Martha Munizzi, what are you singing these days?
Okay, so not fair, because she just sang a beautiful gospel song, and I did not go gospel. I was told the rules were
right.
That's okay. But if I'm just being super honest, I think this song is in my heart all the time. And it's been since I was 16 years old, because I'm a massive fan. And I'm probably going to wish I'd thought of 10 other things, but I can't help it. But this is my favorite, probably my favorite artist of all time. From beginning to end, 365 days.
Hey!
Same old love. I pitched it too low. And all I want to do is keep on loving you. Same old love. I pitched it too low. I didn't get a chance to practice. From beginning to end, 365 days of the year. Woo! But I feel that way about Jesus. Is that all right?
Come on and preach it, Martha!
I love you, Jesus. 365 days of the year. And Anita Baker. The two go together.
Yes. That was a good one, Martha. That was a good one. I like that.
Melissa, would you go with me if we do a quick Anita sing off real quick? Because my song, I've got to know, body and soul, that you
want a carnal direction.
Doubt, inside and out, we are whole. Body and soul, don't leave me out, Lord Jesus, in the cold. Okay, Melissa.
Okay.
Anything for you, Melissa?
Now that was interesting, and we thank God for you.
Thank God for Anita Baker.
Do love Anita Baker, one of my favorites. Okay, so let me just throw this out there, Martha. I don't know how it is in your family, but in the Black household, Saturdays is cleaning day. And on cleaning day, you put on Anita Baker, and some way, somehow, that helps you clean the house. Don't know why.
It's true. It's
So
absolutely.
this is why I know Anita Baker's song. Then one of my favorite is Sweet Love.
Oh,
Sweet love, don't you ever go away. And always be this way. Oh, yeah. I don't know all the words, but that's my jam.
baby, never leave.
Yeah, there you go.
I believe in this love.
Hey,
Love.
yeah.
Me calling out your name.
Woo!
Feel no shame. I'm in love. I'm telling you, and she is such a range. She is just magic.
She's a
I love her so much. Anyway,
She's a beast.
She is. She is.
The greatest thing to happen in my lifetime is Martha Munizzi singing Anita Baker.
That was pretty epic. That was pretty epic. Honestly.
You know who didn't sing Anita Baker? CeCe Winans didn't come on here and sing Anita Baker.
He probably sang something super saved and filled with the Holy Ghost. No, she did.
CeCe, if I told you that, is the sister of Christ. So we don't play. That is CeCe, the anointed one. CeCe, the Christ.
She is the only real saved person. I believe that. Like no one is as saved as CeCe.
Not a soul.
Nobody.
What did you call her, Melissa?
CeCe the Christ.
CeCe.
That's
she corrected you for saying that, but she is. She's very close.
That is
now we've gone 27 minutes, and Dan only said I got 30 minutes, and then I would have to pay extra. So I want to make sure I get this in here. The new album, Best Days. I played it the day I found out I was getting the interview. I played it the weekend. I played it this morning twice. I am in love with this project, and you can ask Melissa. If you come on the show and I don't like it, we'll say, so that project came out today. Make sure you guys go get it, and then we move on. I love this album. Did you take all this time to put it together? Is that why it's so high quality and excellent, or was it just birthed out of the moment?
Let me tell you something. We started writing the songs back last year in beginning of October, and we did a live recording in November the 20th. So we only had about 30 days from when we started writing the songs till we actually did a live recording. So it came together really fast, super, super fast. But we just felt like, why should 2020 get the last word? Why do we let 2020 just take everything? No, I want to be able to say in 10 years from now and in 20 years from now, in the middle of the pandemic, we wrote a record and we gave it as a sacrifice to the Lord. So it was a quick work, but we felt like it was something God wanted us to do. And so we just got in our studio, my daughters and I, and our producer, David Outing, and we just started writing, and that's what we did.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
It's a great album. I know that Heaven is the one that's really making the rounds right now on radio, I believe. Will Worthy or what's the one? It was Worthy and something else that I just kept playing over and over again. Fight for Me. Maybe
Fight for Me now.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that one. Yes.
Thank you.
Aren't they nice?
Thank you.
Yes. And it's different. I mean, of course, we know the glorious, make us great, glorious muffins, which, like that little samba salsa thing going on. So I really enjoy hearing Fight for Me. That was good. I like that.
Thank you. My daughter Danielle actually wrote that song.
Really? That's
nice.
She wrote it as a band, and we switched it up. So
cool.
So will Fight for Me be the song that Karen Clark Sheard comes and makes her own? She seems to take
your words to God's lips, to God's heart, lots, whatever that is. Your words, yes, I received that. Would that be amazing? I would.
Awesome.
That would be amazing. Although, can I tell you? Listen, the Clark family, they have fans that are like another level of fans.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
You don't stay with that fan. As a matter of fact, when she recorded 2 of my songs on one of her records, she did God Is Here and Glorious. People got mad at me and called me and said, "Stop recording, Karen." And she wasn't there too. We did an event together. We were on a panel, and Karen got up and said, "Stop giving her a hard time. She wrote those songs," and had to set it straight. I thought, look, I
They
love it.
almost treated you like Beyonce fans, like the Beehive. Like, don't play with her.
They the whole family for sure. So I understand, and I just walk, and I don't try to correct people anymore. I just go, yes, ma'am, I'll stop.
Can I tell you that in 2003 when that came out, I like the Clarks. I'm not the Clark super fan, but when I heard her version of the song, I'm like, that's all right, but I think I like Martha's better. I got hammered for it.
They get you, you know. Oh my.
No,
I didn't know. I didn't know it was that strong. But I think that is hilarious. So I was like, I wonder which song the Clarks are going to take off of this album. But you're right. I mean, I wish the Clark would sing one of my songs. I would write a song today. I am a Clark.
That's all right. Never mind. Dan said we got to hurry up.
No, okay.
Dan did right. Dan is giving me the wrap it up sign. So for one more thing though, as we're on the Clarks, there's a super fan of the Clarks that we all know and love dearly. His name is Marquise Jokes, and praise breaks, commercial breaks. And today is his 35th birthday. Martha, if you will, can you please give a special shout out birthday quick song selection for my friend Marquise Jokes?
I will do my best. I preached yesterday, so don't judge my voice, but I will. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Marcus Jones. Happy birthday to you. How was that? Was that okay?
That was great.
Oh, we didn't. Okay. Martha, please let people know where they can find you and where to go get the music.
Well, I'm so glad you said this is the CD. This is the cover, what it looks like. You can go and you can order one of these or online, or you can download it anywhere music streamed, Apple, Spotify, Amazon. As a matter of fact, we hit #1 on Amazon new releases. Very excited. Music is streamed, go grab it. And then I'm on all social media platforms, just under my name, Martha Munizzi, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I have a brand new podcast out that's on YouTube as well. And so we're anywhere you can, Google my name, you should be able to find it.
Now,
follow Martha, everybody. Follow her.
And we've got people just letting us know right now that you weren't just singing the Marquise, you were singing the Morgan. Her birthday is on 9/16. My best friend in the whole wide world, Gigi, her birthday is in September. So all of these people wanting you to give them birthday songs. So we're going to make that a thing where we charge $200 for you to sing happy birthday to them. We're just going to make that a new thing now. We're
just going to monetize all that. Why not?
And before I let you go, my last question of the interview, when would you like me and Melissa to come on your podcast? Because we've got things to share.
We are pretty lit. I'm not going to lie. We are pretty lit.
Yeah. I'm actually going to have my people call your people. So send me your people's information and we're going to work it out.
Dan.
Sounds like
Dan's
Dan is such great people. I really appreciate Dan. And Martha, I appreciate you for coming on the Javon Show today, and for just hanging out and having fun with us. Hopefully people don't get mad at us for singing Anita Baker on a Christian Elevate magazine podcast. But if you do, just tune in next week and we'll be super safe again.
Yes, James Cleveland all week.
Melissa, so that Martha can follow you, where's your social media? Where can we find you?
I can be found on Instagram at I am Melissa Bethia and on Facebook at Melissa Bethia. If you're watching, follow me. I'm a riot. I'm a good key. I just love to have fun, laugh, talk about the Lord, and food as well, which I love. So follow me. I would love to interact with you.
Follow her for the time with her daughter alone. That is. Right.
Did you see her?
I absolutely love it.
Did you see her making an appearance? I had to sit down. Oh my God.
And that's why I told you I love her appearances. Ladies and gentlemen, I am at Javon Show. It's the easiest thing to find in the world. I even put it in the title. Make sure you guys go today. Do not stream this album. Y'all stream everything else. Go stream Donda, but do not stream Best. This album is phenomenal. I wouldn't tell you it was if it wasn't because y'all know me. Every song you can put it on and just clean the house with it. like you do Anita Baker. So make sure you guys go and support with your money and with your time. Martha Munizzi. Martha, thank you so much. Tell Dan I'm sorry about going over 5 minutes and just arguing to Melissa. She got all the money.
I'm not worried, but thank you guys. This was a lot of fun. This was a great.
Thank you so much.
I love it.
Thank you. We appreciate you. And everybody that tuned in, make sure you guys go and share today's podcast. It'll be on Apple, iTunes, and Spotify and all those other places in about 30 minutes. So you'll be able to share it there as well. And make sure that you tell your friends as well to go and tune in on Wednesday, because on Wednesday we have Earl Bynum and on Friday we have Snow Allegra. So we're really looking forward to all of these exciting interviews. So make sure you all stay tuned, stay connected, stay engaged. Make sure you guys go, I say it for the last time, go get that album. Don't make me come to your house. Go get the album. Martha Munizzi. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. God bless you. Bye.
Get a little bit crazy. Let's get a little bit crazy. Let's get a little bit crazy. Let's get a little bit crazy. Yeah. Let's get a little bit crazy.
And that's the live interview. We are done with that part. Martha, this is the after show. So if you've got like 13 more seconds.
Yeah.
Because I know you have other interviews. Yeah,
no
I'm glad you didn't click off. And you let me know when you got to go, because, I mean, I can talk to you all day. What do you eat? Because your skin and whatever your regimen is keeping you 32. What does Martha like to eat or cook?
It's a good question. I really like everything. There's nothing I don't like or nothing that I don't eat. I am a foodie, as they say, definitely a foodie. But I really just think I just try to take care of my skin. I've got good genes. My mother turns 80 yesterday, and she looks like she looks amazing. I promise you, but nobody believes she's 80. So I've got that going for me. And then I just try to get enough sleep, and I just try to stay positive and trust Jesus. I try, because, if you're bitter, you're going to have Botox. I'm trying not to be bitter.
Did your sister, because you have a twin sister, right?
I have a twin sister, Mary. Mm-hmm.
Now you can be honest, because ain't nobody listening but me and you. Does she stay looking 32 as well? Has she kept it up?
She has. I mean, we're identical twins, so yeah, she definitely she's worked now. Just a little bit more Botox. I haven't done that yet. She lives in Miami, so it's a totally different, fast-paced world there. So, but yeah, she looks amazing. I've got to keep up with her sometimes.
With you all being twins and you all touring together at a young age, was there any hostility or any family friction with you making it and being able to, I guess, enter that arena and her not necessarily be at that level?
Not really, because she and her husband had pastored for like almost 30 years. So that was their lane. They were pastoring for years. And I actually had to push her to do her own records. I'd be like, you're crazy. Get out here and make records. You need to be doing what I'm doing. And she never wanted to do it at the level that I've done it, but she wanted to be able to just make her mark and put her music out. So she's got records that she tells me all the time I wouldn't have if you hadn't encouraged me. So yeah, no, we really encourage one another.
These are the questions that aren't going to make the actual podcast and telecast. This is just the after show. So if you don't want to answer something, say, Javon, I'm not answering that question. What is the Vicki Winans song credit portion of the song?
Say it again, the Vicki Winans?
Song credit. She has a song credit on Glorious for, and I looked it up, and it was on like everything where it references the song. It references you as the writer along with Israel and Vicki Winans. I was trying to figure out what the Vicki Winans portion was.
I have no idea. I haven't heard that. That's brand new. Maybe it's just a clerical error in Wikipedia or something online.
No, it's everywhere. Like every single song credit has Vicki Winans listed as a co-writer.
I am going to have to look that up because I don't know.
Yeah. And I was just, not trying to start nothing within the gospel community. I was just curious because I was like, what? Like I was thinking Israel and Martha. Okay, I get that with the huh?
No,
yeah.
You sure Vicki? Are you sure you're talking about Vicki Winans or Vicki Yowie?
Because I took a screen capture of it just to make sure I wasn't losing my mind. Because by the way,
I know Vicki had nothing to do with it. I'm sure it was probably just maybe a copyright error. I don't know. That's weird. I've never heard that, but I want to know.
Let me make sure that, yeah, Vicki, well, you probably won't be able to see, but yeah, Israel Houghton, which I didn't understand when he got named credit first, but that's fine. Martha Munizzi and Vicki Winans.
What? That just must be is that Spotify?
This is Apple. But I also checked. Yeah, I checked 2 other sources and it had her on there as well. So, and then I checked Karen's song because I was making sure that you got credit on Karen's pages and it had her listed as well.
That's wild. I'm going to check it out.
Please
Thank
do.
you.
You might be owed another 5% somewhere.
That's where my money's going.
That extra vote.
I knew my check went down.
Now, the last question, I promise I'm going to let you go. For projects, and I know that you have, okay, I want to see if I ask this question the right way. Because of the your music being in African-American culture and being real strong in gospel music in the Black community, has there ever been a time where you've gone somewhere and not received good Christian reception because of you being a Caucasian woman singing gospel music?
Never, not one time, not ever. And I love to answer a question like this because, you know, it's one thing to be accepted. It's one thing to be invited to sit at the table. It's one thing to feel like people allow you in the room, but it's another thing to be celebrated. Mm-hmm. I have, from the moment that my songs, you know, were being sung in gospel churches and on, you know, Black churches and in conferences, wherever, and in gospel music, I have not felt anything other than completely and totally celebrated. And if there was anything other than that, they hid it. I didn't see it. I didn't feel it. They pretended, because I've always felt loved and respected. And I've said it before, celebrated. And that means more to me than I can imagine. And I didn't really, I mean, I've always appreciated it, but it just felt normal for a while. But the older I get, the more I realize what an honor, what a privilege for me to have gone into so many incredible places and doors where I was the only Caucasian, you know, the only white person. I don't even like this. I don't know what I am, but, and never missed a beat, never felt anything but love and celebration. So I really appreciate that.
Is there still a good relationship with Israel?
Yeah. I mean, I don't see him very often. I don't see him very much. I think he's in LA now, but we've talked a couple times, you know, off and on, and our lives are so busy. But yeah, I love he'll be my brother forever, for life. Will
you all work together again on any other future projects?
We haven't worked together in a few years. I know, like I said, I've taken time off from doing music, and so I just kind of chilled out. We did a record. I put a few singles out. Just felt like, because I was pastoring, I just felt like I was really dividing my time, and I didn't have the time to really put behind a record that we worked together on. But that's really what it was. It was just that I had a couple songs and we released them, and I just didn't have the money or the time to pursue it like I wanted to. But it was nothing. It wasn't him or the band or anybody. It was more me.
Last thing, because I keep saying last thing. What's the best part about being the first lady at, is it Epic Center? The church?
Epic Life Church.
Epic Life Church. What's the best part about being first lady and being, I guess, responsible or helping your husband minister?
Well, it's interesting that you say first lady, because my husband and I have a little bit different roles. He's more administrative, and he's on the platform with me, and he actually is more he's like the lead pastor covering, but we co-lead together, and I do most of the preaching. So like, that's my role. So it's very different, but he loves it. He's like, you just do you. I'm gonna do what, you know, flow in my strengths, you flow in your strengths. And so we kind of lead as co-leaders, and awesome. It works great. Yeah.
Do you feel like now? do you feel that people come to the church because they want to see Martha Munizzi, the singer, performer, or you think that people are coming and being filled because they're hearing about the great word that you bring?
I would love to talk to other pastors that our gospel artists or singers and see what they say, because most of the people that come because they're fans, they don't stay. They don't stay. I've had people like tip out because they wanted me to sing Because of Who You Are, and it was a day that we were doing something totally different, you know. But they don't normally. But the people that love my music but really want to plant and want to support and want to serve in our church, they have a lot of longevity. But they don't come as fans first. You know what I'm saying? Like they love our church. Like, I didn't know you did that. I didn't know. Our church is extremely diverse. We have a lot of Spanish, we have African American, and then we have a little bit of white people. They're just starting to come.
A little bit of white
People. But you would be surprised how diverse our church is. But yeah, they're learning me now. They really, a lot of people that came to the pandemic they didn't know who I was, but they watched online and saw me preach and heard our worship, and then they started coming, and then they found out who we were. So it's really been interesting. Pastoring is a totally different animal, because when you're a gospel singer, if people love you, they just think everything you do is incredible. Pastors don't get that kind of love. Ugh. And it's a wake-up call to make you realize, whoa, this is a whole nother level. So yeah.
Well, it's because of who you are that they're staying, and that you've got such a great word. You get that because I wolved in the title of the song, because I'm a professional.
You're good. You were good, and you're excellent. You're excellent at what you do. You get that one?
Thank you. I caught that, and you're making my head gloriously big right now with all of these words. Just saying. I thank you so much for the regular show, for the post show, and for just your time, and for being such an amazing, excellent, glorious artist. You are phenomenal. I've always been a fan since 2000, and I want to say the album came out in 2003, but I think I was a fan back in 2002. You've just been amazing. And thank you for coming and doing the Javon Show. Thank you for being such a great sport. And I wish you nothing but the greatest success with this album. When you come to Dallas, please let us know. We'll come and take you out to get some mac and cheese or some ribs or a steak or something. Anytime you're in Dallas.
To Dallas? Okay, we're going to Papacito. If I'm coming to Dallas, we're going to Papacito's.
We will go to. There's literally one down the street from my house, so we are going to Papacito's. We are ready for it. And when I come to Miami, I want home cooked food. I heard Martha can cook.
Well, I'm in Orlando, but Mary's in Miami. But you can absolutely but Miami's like a second home for me for sure.
Yeah, Orlando is. We'll talk about Orlando off air. Thank you so much. I'm kidding. I love Orlando too. All of my Orlando fans, we love you too. Thank you so much. I'm going to let you go. Again, my special thanks to Dan for helping get this set up and together. We're looking forward to the new album. I'm going to go click off and then go to work listening to the album again. So I really appreciate you, Martha.
Thank you for the love. That means so much.
Have a great rest of the day. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.